and I don't mean to thin shame you, but
wait, are you calling me thin?
Don't get too excited.
Listen, if you're calling me thin,
here,
thin shame me all you want.
Wendy's a step counter. She sends me her fucking Fitbits. She's like, oh, I took fucking 30,000 steps yesterday. And I'm like, yeah? Are you 300 pounds? Who gives a shit? Because that's the only time you should be counting your steps.
Okay. Hi, guys. We're back.
We're back. I just got back from Dominican.
This is...
I took a lot of steps. I stepped to the beach. And I got drunk on a chair at the beach. Then I stepped to the pool, and I got drunk by the pool. And then I stepped to the cigar shop, and I got addicted to cigars. And then I stepped back to the pool, and then I stepped back to my hotel room, which had a pool, and got drunk and smoked a cigar in the pool. And
a lot of indulgence on this trip.
Sounds like my steps really didn't help with my life. So, it
didn't help at all. It didn't lead you to those things of joy. We can't get into this right away.
No, why not? Why the fuck
we
not?
can't get into this right away.
You're overthinking it. This isn't your life,
No, I'm not
Sarah.
overthinking
You're
it.
not
We have to do a little
overthink
welcome.
everything.
This is not intoxicated, okay?
Yeah, we're doing a
need to do a little
preamble. Welcome, everybody, to Scott versus Sarah. There you go.
We're back.
Look,
this is episode
back.
2. We made it
2.
through one episode. And we're into the second episode.
The second, it was.
We're wearing the same clothes.
It was a lot of yelling. I'll be wearing this shirt. I wear this shirt almost every day.
Yeah.
This is my shirt.
I
found a black T-shirt, and I'm fucking down with it. My only regret is it's from Hollister.
I was
and
with
I'm
you when you
not
bought
17.
that.
Yeah. Well, maybe not this one. This is my second shirt of the same kind. I have 2 of the exact same
Guys' clothes are so
shirt.
much cheaper than women's clothes. It's infuriating.
Yeah, because we won't pay fucking bullshit prices.
The pink tax, they call it.
The pink tax, yeah.
And it's just...
I call it a stupidity tax, but that's not progressive.
You know what? I've started buying men's razors.
Yeah, well, they're blue.
And they give you a good shave, and when I put in the shower, it kind of feels like maybe I might have a boyfriend. Like, I kind of feel like I'm like, oh.
All right, so our topic today is horrific depression.
But it kind of just makes it's just like I like a manly scent too, because I like to kind of feel like a guy's been like on me.
What are you talking about? A scent?
Like cologne or something, like a light cologne.
Are you putting cologne on the razor?
Not a thick. No, but I like a manly.
There's no scent to the razors that are men. They're just blue.
But I like when I buy a candle and it like kind of smells like, I don't even know, like honey and tobacco or something, like manly.
Do you got a honey and tobacco?
I love that
candle?
scent. It's one of my favorite candles.
Who's the candle maker?
It is Candle Circle and Wick. Circle and Wick. Local.
Circle and Wick. I might have a couple Circle and Wicks.
Yeah, no, and they're really good. And then another good
I've been
candle.
to a couple farmers markets.
We're in Halifax, Nova Scotia. This is where we are, guys. People might be tuning in from like anywhere.
They could be, and if they are, they should go to our unofficial sponsor, Circle and Wick. Honey and tobacco candles. That's not our sponsor.
Although if I could pick a candle sponsor, it would be a local place that does woodwick candles, because I like those better.
Love a woodwick.
Oh, I love a woodwick.
Listen, my house smells like candles, and I'm down with it. That's one thing that men got to stop sleeping on is candles. It's gay, but it's good. Candles are the shit. I recommend them. I
just love candles.
I don't get as wet about them as some women do, but I do love a candle.
I love a candle. I love when I can buy a local candle that is like soy or coconut, like something that's not the Bath and Body Works, which is bad for the environment.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's the material this is what I'm told. Listen, sometimes it's cheaper. Sometimes it's cheaper to go to Bath and Body Works because you got the fucking 3-wick candle sale. But it's the type of wax. It's not as good with the burning. It's not as clean to burn, the Bath and Body Works candle, as it is like a soy.
It sounds like a Joe Rogan episode, except boring. It's like you have this.
He just described
idea.
how I am in podcasting.
Well, no, you're like I heard that it's this, and so I'm just
you know what?
going with it as truth.
This
It's
is
bad
what I'll
for
say.
the environment.
That is totally me.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, for sure.
I know a little about a lot of things, but like not a lot
But
about everything.
Yeah, I mean, I googled that peanut butter was healthy once, and I'll eat it by the spoonful now, and just I
you
heard
don't
it's
know why?
healthy.
You don't necessarily know why, but
Didn't
you
want
do-
to know
you-
why. I wanted the headline, and I wanted to be able to
Sometimes-
eat peanut butter out of the tub.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss, and you just do things.
So
'Cause
yeah, I want to feel. You want to feel good about buying
things.
wick candles or whatever they are. What are they?
Woodwick.
Woodwick candles. And so, what do?
I spend
you
$30.
want to feel self-righteous about not buying Bath and Body
No,
Works.
well, number one, you're supporting local, which is always nice.
I'm all for that.
And
But what if they're racist?
Then maybe not.
Right? If you have to support Walmart
Okay,
versus your
I'm-
local racist candle maker,
Listen,
who are you
no
gonna?
one competes. Walmart has my heart. I love Walmart.
Yeah, you look like it. No, you don't. You look great.
In this economy,
Well,
it's-
they
it's-
created this economy.
the fucking clothes there
Right.
are so cheap. I have to. Capitalism forced me to
Well,
go to
you
Walmart.
could just buy a black T-shirt and get on with your day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the black T-shirt at Walmart is going to be $8. If I get it at Dynamite, it's going to be $25.
yeah.
so I'm going to
but
Walmart.
if you buy it from Dynamite, you're supporting.
Well, that's a chain.
You're supporting.
That's not really a local store.
You're helping the kids because how else would they get a job if it wasn't for making those overpriced Dynamite shirts?
I mean, I guess, but that's everywhere, though. It's hard to buy something that's fully not made by children.
is it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Unless you know who made it. Unless
this
you
could have been
literally,
built by a child. I'm not.
unless you literally see who made your clothes.
Yeah, sucks to be them. I don't have time when I'm buying clothes to look at. I have a giant ass, so when I buy jeans, it's like buy the jeans that fit my ass, and that turns out to be, I think it's American Eagle that I go to get my jeans. We're not sponsored by them either, but good if you got a fat ass as a man.
Hot tip: American Eagle, good for fat asses.
Yep, they're great. They fit my ass.
I hate pants shopping. That's the worst.
I hate shopping of all kinds.
Yeah.
I just want to buy a T-shirt and leave. I don't like
But of all the things to shop for, what's your least favorite thing to shop for?
groceries, and not because of the price. I can afford it. I just
What do you
hate
hate-
the
what-
fact that they put crushed tomatoes away from all the other canned tomatoes.
Do you know that grocery stores are truly evil in the sense that, like, how they lay stores out is all made to get people to spend more money? So, like,
Yeah.
eggs and milk are at the very back of the grocery store because you have to walk through everything else to get to them.
Well, see, you don't have to. So what I figured out, are you going to crack the grocery store code? If you want
Go around the perimeter?
If you want to eat healthy, don't go through the aisles.
I mean, I've done that many times. The other thing that I found out recently was, you know how some grocery stores spray the produce with water?
Do they still do that?
Some places do.
feel
Maybe
like they
not.
used to
Maybe
do
not
that
so
a
much now
lot.
that COVID. It's not to like keep them fresh. It's not to like make them look good. It's to make them weigh more so that you pay more.
Ooh, I like that. That makes sense. Yeah.
You're like, that's a smart business move.
Well, no, it is because we all feel like it's keeping them fresh, but it's definitely
smart.
adding weight.
but it is eye opening.
Yeah.
So shake those fucking green onions next time you get some.
Shake the green onions, people.
Shake the broccoli.
And with that,
Shh.
that's a perfect segue into our topic today.
We doing it.
Step counting.
This topic was kind of impromptu, unplanned.
Unplanned.
But I think it married well with what we talked about last time. So, Scott, you have the floor.
Well, Sarah had posted something today on Instagram
Last
see
night
if I
at 10 p.m.
Last night at 10 p.m. She posted that she was getting her steps in, which is a post that I've seen Sarah and many other people who want to do the bare minimum and feel like they did something post, which is getting their steps in.
Loud and proud, bare minimum, baby. Quiet quitting life all the time.
Yeah, and feeling great.
Better than I was before I did a walk outside in the fresh air.
Because you have a marker of success.
I do.
So,
And
okay, you've sold me. Episode over. It's if you're getting your steps in, then yeah. Okay, so what you're a believer in step counting.
Why do you not? Is it just the self statements of I'm getting my steps in that you don't like, or is it literally just people who count steps?
It's the fact that
why do you not like it?
I've seen so many people like when I worked at a cell phone store, my manager would walk around the booth in the mall, and he'd be like, "I'm getting my steps in."
Yeah,
and like he'd walk.
Yeah, what's wrong with walking?
Around the booth, he'd take a 5x5 square and walk around that 10 times, being like, "I'm getting my steps in," and to him, he was being active and getting healthy. Mm-hmm. He wasn't raising his fucking heart rate.
No.
He wasn't doing anything. He was just
pleasing
this
moving.
fucking app. Okay, yes.
You are doing something. It's
better
low impact.
It's better than pure stagnancy. But aside from doing nothing at all, like a marker of, to me, if I look at my steps, like I looked at my steps when we were in New York. It was like 30,000 steps a day or some shit. Some crazy amount of steps. I don't know if that's a lot, but that felt like a lot.
How many?
I don't know, 30,000.
That's a lot.
A lot of steps. You're supposed to do like 5,000 a day, right?
I'll get to that. I have some stats.
You go, how many? What are the steps? How many steps?
I have some stats here. Okay, so this was March 2020, pandemic, and maybe find some updated info.
Is this in lockdown?
This is the National Institute of Health. Adults who took 8,000 or more steps a day had a reduced risk of death over the following decade than those who walked like 4,000 steps a day.
But no shit.
Right?
The people that did a little bit more died less than the people who did almost nothing. 4,000 fucking steps?
It also says that step intensity doesn't matter so much. So like it doesn't so much matter if you're like walking up a hill or but number of steps count.
Number of steps count too.
Is better than step. It's a good thing. Like it's you should focus on the number, not the hardness of it, or like walking uphill.
Is focusing on the hardness of their step. See, this is just opening up a whole new fucking world for me. Are there people out there stepping harder? Are there people out there trying to game the system? They're thinking, well, I'm not walking more than 4,000 steps, but I'm going to step harder.
So my goal, I like to get 10,000 a day.
10,000 a day. And what does that equate to in kilometers? It must have a kilometer.
Oh, I'm sure I could. I don't have a smartwatch or anything.
Wendy?
I should get one.
Doesn't yours give you a kilometer marker of your fucking steps? I know you got a bigger stride. Weigh in. I need to know what 10,000 steps is in. Go, producer.
But Wendy Martin.
We're just throwing Wendy.
Should we say your last
flame.
name or no?
Oh, we just did.
Give you a
we'll
shout
beep
out.
it.
We want to give a shout out to Wendy Martin, who's helping us with this podcast, and
Producer Wendy.
Producer Wendy.
We call her the PW.
PW. Oh, that's good.
P-dubs.
I'm not sure.
10,000 steps is about 8 kilometers.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah. Right?
So here's my thing. I don't normally, wintertime, I ain't getting that. You know, like I'm walking to work, I'm walking home. I'm not getting.
You should be
getting
walking around your apartment.
What I will say now that it's nice. Oh, some people do that in my building.
Yeah.
They'll pace the halls. Gotta say, kind of creepy. It's just kind of creepy when you
should have done it
when
in
you
the
come
morning.
home and it's like a guy with like a blank stare just pacing the hall back and forth. Yeah. It can be a bit scary.
That's who step counting for is creepy guys in the hall.
No. So I So here's another thing. It says doctors often recommend walking as an easy way for inactive people like me. I don't usually work out. To ease into better health. Taking 4,000 or fewer steps a day is considered a low level of physical activity. A goal of 10,000, which is mine, steps a day is commonly cited. But recent studies have shown that health benefits occur even if fewer than 10,000 steps are taken.
And this is coming from where? What journal?
The National Institute of Health, March 2020.
And that's an American institution?
It might be.
The country that's going through an obesity epidemic?
Yeah, what does that matter?
Is telling people that
What does that matter?
4,000 steps, you should do 4,000 steps.
This goes back to small things lead to bigger things. It's better to do something
and I agree,
than nothing.
But it's like the bare minimum. It's like how many steps? If you were to walk 4,000 steps, 10,000 steps is 8 kilometers. So we can say 4,000 steps is 4.5 kilometers. We'll call it. I'm not
Better
a
than zero?
mathematician. Sure. Now, if you were to go on a 4.5 kilometer walk, that would take you approximately, I believe it's something like, is it on walking? It's something like 15 minutes a kilometer. I know that's what it was like, something like that when I was hiking. I had 50 pounds on my back. But let's call it 15 minutes a kilometer. Does that make sense? That seems slow.
That does seem slow. I would guess
8 kilometers of walking is about an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, so 15
interesting.
minutes
I
makes
feel like I'm
sense,
faster
right?
than that.
15 times 8. Producer Wendy, 15 times 8. I'm not a math guy.
Oh, here, I'll do it. 15 times 8 is 120. So
Okay.
close. Close-ish.
Okay. So
Close-ish.
an hour and 20 minutes of walking versus I want to ask you how much you weigh, but
How much do you think I weigh? Oh, this will be fun. No, give me a range.
130. I nailed it. Man, I'll go
I
one.
didn't realize how jarring that was, but yeah, you're probably about right.
I don't know. I just assume most women are 130.
No, here's the thing. When I had the flu back in December, when I did the Intoxicate live show, I
Was that
had
an
lost
offensive
weight.
number?
No,
Okay.
no, that's like a pretty dead on number. I was 120. I gotta say.
Yeah, because you had the flu and we're starving to
I
death.
gotta say that was really nice.
Yeah, I know. It is a great cheat code to get fucking
It was noticed.
deathly
People
ill.
noticed too.
Yeah, no, I did too.
You noticed that, and that's the thing. I know you shouldn't have an ideal weight, but
Why not?
120.
Why not?
Is mine.
That's loser mentality. Have an ideal weight.
And that's-
fucking go for it.
Yeah, why not? I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Uh-oh.
I think a lot
We're
of
going
people
back to
would
last
agree.
episode. A lot of people wouldn't agree because
You're
a
not
lot of
supposed
people
to think
are
about-
fucking losers.
Well, you're not supposed to think of weight anymore as a factor because it would be fat shaming.
What's the factor that we're supposed to be thinking of?
You're supposed to be thinking of feeling good. So this is the
So
thing.
do you
the
think
thing-
there's a correlation between fat shaming becoming this bad thing and step counting becoming popular? Because I think there's a pretty fucking strong correlation right
Is
there.
step counting popular?
Oh, big time.
See, this is the thing. I didn't really know if it was or not. Like, I know, like, when Fitbits came in and smartwatches, I know that was a thing. I don't have a smartwatch. I would love to get one just because, like, I just think it would be cool to, like, have that. Like, and I also track my sleep on my phone, too. And I don't know how accurate my phone is.
Because you're always looking for gadgets to make your life better. Fucking pedometer.
Producer Wendy has a smartwatch.
I know.
That's
Oh,
not-
listen,
that's not-
Wendy and I have had this conversation.
I don't even have wireless headphones. So I'm not a huge gadget person.
But you're talking about a Fitbit.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have one.
All right. Look, if it wasn't for I don't want to be tracked, I don't want my heart rate being tracked while I'm Googling, then I'd be fine with a Fitbit.
Wait, what does that mean?
What?
What are you Googling? Are you watching porn?
Well, yeah, I'm watching porn, but I'm also watching like advertisements. You don't think that there's a fucking correlation between? I keep saying correlation. Sorry. You don't think? You don't think
Yeah.
that a Fitbit is tracking your heart rate as you look at different ads?
It probably is, but
And
what's
sending
bad
that-
about that? Sending it to the algorithm.
And then they're fucking.
But that's just the reality of the world right now.
Well,
you're either
not-
in or you're out.
So I don't-
And if you're out, you need to be off grid.
no
completely.
Alexa, no Fitbit. It ain't happening. We were talking about getting security cameras for the house, ones that connected that had 24-hour monitoring. I was like, fuck that.
Oh.
Get me something closed circuit that I can have. I don't want to fucking have it somebody looking at my shit.
Oh, closer. Oh, that is interesting because
Yeah, I want
I
me to
actually
be the guy
have
that has
a
it.
living room camera right now. My parents got me one. I don't know why, because like I get having a camera like at your front door if you're in a house or something, but like my living room, I don't know. It's just kind of strange.
Maybe they're counting
But
your steps.
I do have it there.
And we've brought it around full circle.
I don't know.
Because we're getting way off track about step
That's okay,
counting.
we're allowed
So
to
this
get
is
off
what I
track.
wanted to say about the step counting: is it takes an hour and 20 minutes to walk 8 kilometers, right? That's
Okay.
your 4,000 steps.
No.
Could
it
you
hour
do
and 40?
more?
Clarify, Wendy.
Hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes
But
to
that's
8
not
kilometers.
that's not 4,000 steps. That's way more than 4,000 steps.
That was 8,000?
That was actually 10,000
That was
steps.
10,000
Yeah,
steps.
yeah.
Okay.
Makes more sense.
So somebody do the math. We'll say it takes 45 minutes. Okay? Can we go with 45 minutes? We'll call 45 minutes to take 4,000 steps.
Okay.
I'm not a math guy. You fucking correct me in the comments. We like comments in the video, right?
Yes,
Fucking tell me
engagement.
why I'm a jackass. It's going to take you 45 minutes to walk 4,000 steps to get to your target goal.
My target's 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's when I feel really powerful, when I can hit that 10. Or
How much
15.
more powerful would you feel if you did you're capable of doing more than just stepping.
I don't want more to do.
You're going to go for a 4,000 step 45-minute walk when you could do a 30-minute
Okay.
exercise and fucking then you wouldn't even have to go for that walk.
I got you.
How about a
Because
40-minute
walk-
run?
Because a walk, even though it's longer, a walk can also
you
be
trying to make this shit up
can
on the
also
spot?
be meditative for you. It can give you time to think. You can listen to audiobooks and podcasts. You can be doing other things when you're walking. You're not just
Turns out you could do
I'm
the
not-
same thing while you're jogging.
No.
Yeah, no, your
Well, yeah,
Bluetooth
you
doesn't
can-
cut out when you start running faster.
I'm someone who has. I don't consider myself a good runner, but I do run. Like
but
in the
you
summer,
were talking
I run.
about how
I run.
fucking busy you are and how you just can't find the time.
Not anymore.
But you could burn twice the amount of calories. I'm assuming this is part of what is mattering when we're
Mm-hmm.
counting our steps. You could burn twice the amount in a fraction of the time if you just got your heart rate up.
Do you know what? I don't know if the step counting is so much related to like weight loss. For me, it's more getting the heart pumping, getting the endorphins, getting out moving, just like moving your body in general. Because there are some days that I just don't move
Here's the thing,
at all.
and I don't mean to thin shame you, but
Wait, are you calling me thin?
don't get too excited.
Listen, if you're calling me thin,
Here.
thin shame me all you want.
Thinner than someone who should be counting their steps.
What do you mean?
That you are too thin for counting steps to be
care.
a benchmark
Okay,
of success.
So here we go.
The woman that I saw walk off the plane on my way back from the Dominican, the woman who I saw walk through the airport in the Dominican, but then when we got to Halifax and she was being wheeled around, she should be counting her steps. Because she could have been stepping, but instead she had her battered husband pushing her around in a wheelchair when she could have been fucking walking.
Okay.
She should count her steps.
That's fair.
You can walk. You can run. You can do a whole lot
So
more.
here's my other thing is like I have not quite mastered yet. Listen, I'm working on it. Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ, things don't just happen overnight. I'm working on it. I have not yet mastered what I would call a healthy, balanced life. I don't really eat that well.
You don't say.
That's something I'm working on. So to mitigate those things, I like to be like do the low impact walks because that's like what I can do. It's what I enjoy. I like just putting tunes on and fucking going out on a night walk with the moon above me and the stars are shining. Hot summer night. Maybe I'll swing by McDonald's and get a Diet Coke.
And so here we come to what my entire point is that you are looking at this step counting as this like I'm bettering myself.
No, it's just it's a nice check on the to-do list.
Sure.
It's a nice dopamine.
But you're
did something cool today.
You're getting a sense of accomplishment for stepping.
What is wrong?
For walking.
But it's not the fucking journey. I messed that up. It's not the destination. It's
what
the
is
journey.
the destination?
If the destination is the same,
What's
actually
the
no,
destination?
It is all about the destination.
See, what's the
Sense of
destination? Is if you're counting steps, you actually think you're going towards a destination when
sense
you
of
haven't even set
accomplishment.
one.
Sense of accomplishment. Why does it matter how we got to this?
For stepping!
Why does it matter how we got there? We got there.
Yeah, but
It's nice to feel accomplished.
It's great. It's great. Wow. Hey, you know what? Pat yourself on the back. You walked. You walked. Jesus.
It's
Now,
not.
can I
it's
take
not
a
this-
moment to pause the podcast and comment on how brave and resilient you are for stepping?
I'm just gonna clip
And not
that.
hard either. You stepped more. You weren't just stomping through
I
Point
have
Pleasant
a
Park.
sister who runs marathons. Okay, I
Yeah?
know I could do more.
How's she looking?
Great, much thinner than I am.
Got her number?
I'm the fat one in my family.
Well, your family's doing well.
Thank you.
See,
but
that's
like,
a weird compliment.
but it's it's a small thing I can do that I enjoy, that I can do other things.
I agree.
And if I don't hit 10,000, that's fine. If I'm
So
literally
now you're not even fucking making the benchmark a
but
benchmark.
I still look.
I
still look at how many I took.
And how do you feel when you didn't hit 10,000?
I'm like, I still got out and I still did my best.
Okay.
I still like, it's.
But did you?
still?
So step counting
Yes, I
is
did.
a lie to yourself.
But maybe I did on that day. Maybe that was my best.
If stepping is hard for you,
it's not hard.
I'm
it's just-
all for fucking step counting. You should be stepping.
It can be
You should be
hard.
counting every steps and patting yourself on the back the
Some
whole
days it's
way.
hard.
If stepping is not something that takes effort, like conscious,
does
like
take effort.
No,
Walking?
I'm talking effort. Like your hips are about to give out effort.
No, of course. Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Just because, like, I know that you're all about doing the hard things. So, do you know what I did? You know what I did recently? I took a spin class.
No, that I'm good. I'm all for spin class.
Do you want to know what
Did
happened?
you count your steps on the way to the bike, or did you not give a fuck about
No, I had a
those?
friend who drew me.
Well, but still.
But
No, hold on. This is my point. You did a spin class. Was it difficult?
Can I
you
explain?
sweat? You sweat? No, you sweat. It was trying. How long was that spin class?
An hour.
An hour. When you walked through the door of Spinco, if it wasn't Spinco, who gives a shit? Did you count your steps on the way to the bike?
No, I'm not that obsessive.
Why not?
Because I don't normally check in with the step count until I'm like near the end of my day.
And because who gives
But
a
if I'm like-
fuck about walking to the bike? The bike is what matters. Walking's just what you do to get
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Because you're capable of walking.
I don't get your point though.
The point is, fuck steps.
It's nice to
it was the bike. The biking was a sense of accomplishment. The stepping.
This is what I'm getting to.
You went there. You left there going, I did 45 minutes on the fucking bike.
you don't
didn't
know the
go. I
story.
went 45 minutes and 36 steps.
You don't know the story.
Did you?
I am not okay. Let me talk. This is my subject.
All right. Sell me.
So I am not a physically active person. I'm just not. Walking is what I like to do. I'll run sometimes. If I go to the gym, I'm on the treadmill. I'm on the fucking elliptical. I'll do that. That's the
you're
extent of
selling
like
yourself
what I do.
as a physically active person, but okay. Let's say
But
that doesn't happen often.
No, and I don't have a gym membership right now. I haven't been to a gym in like since before the pandemic. But I want to be more active.
But you're at
is a goal.
Spinco. You went on a bike the other day. How long ago?
So I had a friend who had a guest pass, so that I got to do this class for free. It was my first time doing it. First time ever doing a spin class. I was told, I was like, just a heads up, I'm not that active. Things hurt when I move. Mm-hmm. I'm really not that active. Please put me in like a entry level class. And I was told, this is the best class you can take for a beginner. And the words that they used was chill. It's a chill one. It's called Soul Sunday.
When was this? This
It's
was on
supposed
Sunday?
to be soulful.
This just happened on Sunday?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Swing surface. There we go. We don't want total side profile of you.
All right, come on.
And okay, so it starts. I get on the bike. First thing I get on the bike, hurts the vag like nothing I've ever felt in my entire life. I don't know
Wendy's
how you
nodding
guys do
viciously
it.
right now.
I'm told you get used to it. That definitely broke my probably
Hymen?
newly grown hymen.
Okay.
After not having sex for 2 years. That probably did it. The way that it hurt. Okay? So instantly I'm not comfortable. Class starts. We're just pedaling. We're told to, put it on like a higher resistance and go like it was fairly fast. Like the pedaling was fast. And I was like, oh, okay. This is harder than I thought. And then, number one, and I'll just another comment. Classes. I fucking hate fitness classes because they're not classes. They don't tell you what to do. They just assume you know these moves that they're about to do.
Well, it's
they don't stop
knees
and
go up and down in a circle.
But they don't stop
We
and
covered
go.
it in primary, what a circle is.
No, but like they're doing these crazy things. So then they start standing and also cycling. So your butt's not on the seat. You're
You just
standing
couldn't
up.
figure that
and
out.
You're holding. So you're getting
Because
your
you're
up.
still struggling with stepping.
Just listen, okay? Just listen. And then they're also doing push-ups. Like they're doing push-ups on the bars.
Okay.
So at a certain point I was like, I can't do this. This class is not for me. Like I can pedal. That's the extent of what my body's letting me do right now. And so I just decided in that moment to bomb that class. And I just sat back because I was told.
So wait.
I was told you can. And this is the thing. They present it as the soulful thing. Just do what feels right for you.
Yeah.
What felt right for me was not being in that spin class.
So did you get up and leave?
No, I just kind of bombed. And
What
at
do you
the
mean
end,
bombed?
No, I did. At
No,
the end,
I don't know what do you mean bomb?
I didn't keep up with everybody.
No,
All
it's
the hot,
fine if you bomb.
all of the hot girlies that were just like not breaking a sweat doing the spin class, that was not me. I'm not a spin girly.
That is you in a month. You're the hot girly, just not yet. All those hot girlies
Clip
had
that.
their ass kicked.
I get that.
This is what Tony Horton says in P90X. Do your best, forget the rest. Did you continue fucking biking?
Yes,
or did you
I-
sit there with your arms crossed?
No, I continued
No,
biking,
fuck
but
this.
I
I'm
didn't.
going to count my steps. I got 36 steps out of this house, and then I'm good.
I continued biking, but I did not do all the things that they were doing because it hurt.
That's
I
fine.
couldn't do it.
So you did as much as you could do. You know what you do? You go back there the next fucking time, and you do a little bit better because small things lead to big things. See?
I'm just gonna admit that did not feel like a small thing on my vag.
No,
like that.
no.
It hurt so much.
I can agree. We can agree on that. Where's our
and
bell?
I
Ding.
will save it for another episode, but I am very pro quitting things you don't want to do.
Yeah, and you're horrifically depressed and riddled with anxiety. So maybe you should change this. Maybe
This is my point.
But
I
my
did not
point is,
count steps that day. I did not count steps that day.
but that's fine. But
I'm
you
not-
definitely didn't count steps.
But I just want to clarify, I'm not this perpetual.
I'm not saying you are.
Daily
We're talking
counter.
about Scott versus Sarah is discussing the the utility of counting steps and whether it fucking matters. And you just told me this story of you maybe not rising up, but doing something difficult,
Hard as fuck.
hard as fuck. And you did not mention once about your walk into the place, your walk back to the change room, to the
point
shower. None of your steps fucking mattered. You know why? Because you're capable of
Doing a spin
riding
class.
a bike shittily compared
Yeah,
to
but that
those
doesn't mean
hot
I'm
chicks.
going to do that every day. I'm not doing a spin class every day.
There
I'm
is
not,
no
but I
relevance
can-
to that.
Walking is something I can incorporate into my daily life that gets me moving.
And
it helps clear my mind.
You know
Actually,
what?
a lot of the jokes I write are while I'm walking.
And I've, there's another reason not to bother. Maybe you should be writing your jokes while you're fucking at spin class. That shit about the hot chicks was funnier than anything I've ever heard you do on stage.
Fuck you. It was funny because at the end, the instructor knew it was my first class. So at the end, she called me out and she was like, "Sarah, what did you think?" This is in front of everybody. In front of everybody. She's like, "Sarah, how did you do?"
I wish this
in
was
the moment,
recorded.
I could have gone, "Oh, great," and been a people pleaser. But instead, I went, "Oh, I bombed." And people around me started laughing. I was like, you guys are insane. I was like, you guys are doing great. I did terrible.
But
I did it.
But you did better than yesterday.
But how this relates back to step counting is what I'm saying is it didn't matter that day because I did a different hard thing. I did a harder thing.
Yeah.
Spin class is far harder than most of the things that I do. Like in
Now,
terms
do you
of physical
think
activity.
if you continue to go to that spin class,
I would get better? Yes, absolutely. Because I like
and
success.
do you think your badge would hurt less?
Yeah.
And do you think that maybe you would do 45 minutes and then you'd be able to do 50 minutes, or you'd be able to start doing the little push-up-y things?
Yes, but
that
you
they
want
were
to know
doing?
what I don't have?
Money.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, I'll
You
buy
wanna know,
you a bike.
Do you want to know what's free?
So that's what we're going to do. Every episode, we're going to fucking build up another thing. So I'm calling you at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and you're going to use the bike I buy you to...
You're gonna buy me a bike?
I'll buy you a bike.
I mean, listen, this guy, you've bought me more things than any boyfriend. That's what I'll say.
Well, I mean, it's been 11 years. So it's not like...
I dated someone for 3 years.
Yeah.
He used to not give me gifts.
Yeah. Well,
But actually, to your point about buying a bike, this is what I'll say. I have friends who have exercise bikes and they use them all the time. I think that they work out like 6 days a week or something on them. And I see the value in that. I think buying a bike, plunking it in your home where you can't ignore it because it's there.
oh, trust me, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it.
I feel like in my apartment, I couldn't. You have a house, okay? You have like a room you could put it in and just close the door.
No,
I don't.
you can
I
put it
don't
in the
have
middle of my
that.
fucking bedroom. If I'm not going to ride that bike, I'm not going to ride that bike. But I mean, Jesus, I'll see if I can find you an exercise bike. I know people selling shit.
I don't have space for it in my apartment.
Now listen to her.
But
Fucking
this is-
there she
this
goes.
is-
She's just
this
putting
is-
another bench, another
No.
obstacle in the way
It's
of progress.
literally just.
Can you
I
just
know,
let me save you?
I know that if I put something else in my apartment, it would lead to stress because I would be cluttered and I wouldn't have a clean space in my to not be an anxious person.
You don't even believe yourself.
I don't want to put an exercise bike in my apartment.
Yeah, because then you'd have to use it. Because
Well,
then on top of your anxiety would be the guilt of that clothes rack you call an exercise bike. Because that's all it would end up being.
Andrew Vaughn had a bike in his apartment.
Yeah, see, you can't ignore it.
That's
You
our
definitely
fat
can't.
friend who died for anyone.
He died of being fat.
Yeah.
It's probably COVID. Right?
No, he didn't have COVID.
He
It
said
was
he
a
had
heart-
heart
It
issues.
was a heart attack.
Do we know it was a heart attack?
Yes, absolutely.
Were you there? No. How do you know it
But
wasn't a
no, I
COVID-induced
get-
heart attack?
I get why people would buy a bike because when I was trying to drink more water, because I'm someone who forgets to drink water all the time, and I found the time that I drank the most water was when I bought this water bottle that was like abnormally, obnoxiously big. And I could not ignore it because I would just fill it and like carry it around with me. Like I
Becomes
would
a
go out
forearm workout.
and carry it around with me. And I was like, in order for this to get less heavy for me to carry, I need to drink the water. So like I forced myself into drinking more water. And that
So
was
maybe you just need to buy a heavy bike or heavy shoes.
like
No,
steel
because it
toe
doesn't matter how
shoes.
heavy your step is.
No, it doesn't. It's about that number. And that number is gratifying when you hit your goal. When you hit a goal, it's gratifying. When you can see the number that you wanted to
Now,
hit, it's gratifying.
Let's see if you can answer a fucking question honestly. Did you feel more accomplished after your 10,000 step day, the day that you did a normal amount of things, or did you feel more accomplished after completing your spin class?
Equal.
Bullshit.
And one of those days, my vag did not hurt.
Yeah, but your vag will build up a resiliency to the seat. It's true. My taint hurts. Oh my god! I took the boys to Keji. They got lots of bike trails in Keji, and I can tell you, like if I had a vag, I don't, but where my vag would be, which is my taint, was bruised, real bad, and
It hurts. I don't understand how people do it.
it's again, you build up a resiliency. Maybe you tighten that pussy up. Maybe you'll get that boyfriend.
I think she's pretty tight. I can't say for
Yeah, but
sure.
now it'll be swollen.
I'm so curious. I think the next time I bang, I'm not gonna tell him that it's like been a long time.
Yeah, well, maybe that'd be a good idea.
Is
Maybe
it?
before you bang him, you shouldn't say, I haven't done this in a really long time. Men, look,
That would not be good.
we want someone with confidence,
No, but
not
like,
a moldy
but
throwaway.
it's been a long time. So like, I'd like to say a reason as to why maybe I'm not the best at this right now.
Shouldn't you be really good because you're starved? Wouldn't you be counting your steps on the way to his house, just like frothing at the mouth, ready to get that D?
I mean, if I walked to this guy's house that I could bang, that would be a lot of steps.
It's banging like, I mean, it's kind of like riding a bike, right?
I mean, yeah, if you're on top, like I like to be.
Or on the bottom, fucking with your legs spread, half asleep.
No, but that's
I mean,
the lazy.
Whatever,
that's
however
the
you
lazy.
do it.
That's the lazy position.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still physical activity. I think so.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I
You
mean,
sweat when you like. People sweat when they have sex.
typically into her mouth.
Ew, that's disgusting. That's.
You know how
I'm
many
not a
times
fan
I've
of
had to
that.
apologize for sweating onto a woman?
Oh, yeah. Guys get real sweaty. That's another reason why I like to be on top. I'm like, keep that down there.
This isn't showing, but
Keep that down there, and I'm up here, and I sweat, but I don't like drip like guys do.
keep what down there? The sweat?
The sweat. Yeah. If
The
they're
sweat's
laying
coming out of
down,
my
they're not going to
hair.
be sweating on me.
It's not like it's every fiber. I'm just a sweaty person. Like when I sweat into your mouth, it's not like
I've
dick
seen
sweating into your
sweatier.
mouth.
I've
It's-
seen sweatier people.
Yeah, okay. I'm not the sweat. I'm not in the Guinness Book of World
You're not
Records.
the sweatiest.
But I can assure you, people would testify that it's pretty nasty.
People would testify in the court of having banged Scott McLean.
or just having sat here in this fucking room. I mean, last episode.
Can't notice it's
Yeah, see, I'm wearing black shirts.
Black
but
shirts.
That is partly why I bought black shirts. Is because when I wear a green shirt or a pink shirt or whatever, it's fucking
Do
tit
you
sweats.
not feel good when you check something off your to-do list?
Yeah, but like,
Like physically. Like I write out to-do lists.
and that's a good thing to do. That's a great thing to do. That's the best way to do it.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of highlighting and crossing out things, and
sure.
when I've done what you're saying
But
is
why
bare
do you
minimum.
have to have a to-do list? People are
don't-
always taking
no, it's not-
to-do lists and shoving them in my face.
It's not a
and
it's not-
telling me
it's-
I got to do a to-do
It's
list.
not a have to. It's a I've learned to.
Ought to.
Well,
an
but it's
ought
also
to.
it's also very much so like an ADHD thing. Like I
Well, I got ADHD and I can't even fucking get myself to pay enough attention to write the
but
list.
that's the thing. I've learned to make those to-do lists more manageable and less overwhelming as an ADHD person to manage those ADHD symptoms. So rather than
As an ADHD
filling my to-do list, I focus on what I can get done in a day realistically that won't burn me out. And that's what I think more people should do. It's less stressful that way.
Oh, I'm all for not burning yourself out. We're going to go back to the last topic now. One way that I think you will not burn yourself out is...
meditation.
No. Is if you don't want to burn yourself out, count steps, because there's no way you could burn yourself out by stepping.
Oh my God.
Unless you're stepping heavy,
Burnout,
which is apparently a thing.
You don't understand burnout then. Because burnout is not just physical.
Okay. As somebody without children and an ex...
I have 2 exes.
No.
Thank
You don't
very
have an
much.
ex that you have fucking children with.
That's true. I don't.
You can't talk to me. There is nothing in your life that could burn me out. Everything you've ever done, I could manage with ease, because if you don't have children, then you don't know burnout. Because you can't.
You're turning this into my trauma is worse than your trauma.
And it is.
Kind of
It
situation.
100% is.
Which I hate, because like you're not me. Like you're Scott, you have your own life and your own brain. Mm-hmm. I have my own life and my own brain. You're not in this brain. You have no idea what this brain is and feels like.
Oh, I'm not like you're getting burnt out by steps.
No, I'm not getting burnout by. I'm saying burnout is a big, all-encompassing thing. For me, I've stopped doing comedy because I'm trying to manage the symptoms of long-term burnout of many years of doing too much. And like that doing too much is not you're doing too much. It's not kids. It's not raising humans. It's different. It's a different kind of stuff that I do. But it's still burnout. I'm still burnt out.
Yeah, but none of the things that you
It's like noticeable symptoms of burnout.
Things that you do you have to do?
No, exactly, and that's why I stopped. So I do agree with that.
I don't
I
have.
do-
There's so
I-
many things that I can't not do.
No, absolutely.
Like you go, oh, I hate life.
but that's
Quit.
the thing.
I can't quit. I got fucking people that rely on
No,
me.
absolutely.
I have to stay alive.
But do you
I got
blame
no
me?
fucking choice. Of what?
Do you like this is my thing with people with kids, because they always like use that as almost like I have it worse off than you all the time.
Because there was a time
parents
where
use that all the time.
there was a time where we used to complain when we didn't have kids, and now that we have kids, we go, "Oh my God, what the fuck was I complaining about?"
But if you didn't have kids, would you blame me for not doing things?
If I didn't
and
have kids right
relaxing?
now, I'd be like, "Oh my God, I know it's so hard to hit my step count." I'd be complaining about everything, and I'd be
I'm not
blissfully
complaining
ignorant.
though. I'm saying what I'm saying is like you're correct in that the things that I was doing were volunteer things. They were like creative pursuits, projects,
And you can
whatever.
be burnt out by volunteer things, but just remember, they're volunteer things that you can quit at any time.
Hence this month of not doing shows
Straight.
and like trying to get like
But I don't
had,
get a
like,
month of not taking care
no,
of my
absolutely,
kids.
but I can't help that. That's you, not me.
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying.
I can't help that. Like that's the
if
thing.
you're
It's like,
burnt
like, do you
out-
blame me?
No, I just say, like, it's. I don't have the time.
Oh,
What do you
so
mean you
here's,
don't have the
here's,
time?
But I mean, we'll get in. This will be
All the
this will be a
time that
whole
you
other
have
subject.
is your choice.
This will be a whole other subject because you know what I fucking love doing? Nothing at all. Oh boy, do I love doing nothing at
See,
all.
I would disagree with you on that.
that feels good.
Because, well, I would say maybe you do like doing nothing at all because you're an advocate of taking steps and counting them. So that's pretty much doing nothing. But you doing nothing at all
This is my doing nothing.
is
at all.
not you doing nothing
Oh,
at all. You doing
yeah.
nothing at all is you
thinking.
fearing
No.
everything.
I don't listen. Things are changing for Sarah.
She's counting her steps.
I haven't done stand up in a month.
Okay.
The only side effects of withdrawal that I'm feeling from that is feeling like I'm behind my classmates, like seeing other people do shows and stuff, and being like, oh shit, I'm falling behind. But then I go, oh, but you know what feels nice? Going home and making dinner and just chilling out after dinner, watching a show. Like, I didn't have that before. I was going from work to mics, work to podcast stuff, work to mics, like constantly. And
well, I think what you need to do is
is it ever nice to have free time?
I
didn't realize how awesome this free time thing was until I started doing it. Whew, it's nice.
You need a priority list. I think you're very
up here.
So that's where we're similar.
It's up here.
We have a lot of things we want to do, but we don't have the goals laid out.
I think I have it's up here. It's not written down anywhere.
And it's something like 90. There's some fucking percentage of goals that actually get attained if they're written down, and then like if they're not written down, they won't be. So if you write down your goals, your chances of fucking actually attaining those goals
are they higher or lower?
Way higher. And I don't write my goals down.
But what if it's something like you're quitting something? My goal is to quit smoking. And if you tell someone I'm quitting smoking, like, is it not better to not tell anyone and then just do your thing?
You should. Well, I'm a stoic, so I mean, you shouldn't tell people what you're doing.
Like, I personally, this is me personally, love accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love it. Like, and I think that's why I like the step count thing. I like to go to bed at night and go, I'm a piece of shit. I only got 1,000.
Yeah, but
you know how you used to tell me that you used to look yourself in the mirror and call yourself a piece of shit?
Yeah.
And it was like motivation? That's what it is for me when I don't get the steps in.
But what I'm saying is that you could go to spin class. I'm saying that people are taking steps. They're replacing spin class for steps. They're going,
what is the difference if we're both, if at the end of the day we feel accomplished and good about ourselves? Why does it matter what we're doing?
Well, you know what? If you feel accomplished and good about yourself for building...
And I'll be less sore from walking.
Yeah, because you're not activated. You know what happens is when you go to fucking spin class, you're sore, then you're sore, then you're sore, then you're not for the rest of your life that you're going to spin class. You just stop being sore because you're stronger and more capable. You never get sore taking steps because anybody can do them.
I'm on a budget, okay?
Have you ever seen a 90-year-old? Did you see the Queen before she died? Still stepping. She wasn't going to spin class because she was old as fuck and couldn't. So your benchmark of success is something that this decrepit woman can
success. Do. It's a feel good feeling,
which could also be known as a benchmark of success.
All right, we gotta wrap this up. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. You're stronger than you think, Sarah.
Oh well, that's nice.
That's all I've been saying this entire time. There's no fucking but. It's just stop setting shitty goals for yourself. You're here, and you're going, I got 10,000 steps. And it's like, but...
Oh, so what you're saying is I'm not living up to my potential.
Exactly.
Right.
I am your father.
Okay. And you know what? I'll take that because if I do live up to my potential, I might get to that 120.
120 steps?
120 pounds.
Well, you just got to get COVID.
I gotta get the flu again.
Okay,
it's the most efficient weight loss.
I don't know if these episodes are coming to any kind of conclusions. I think should we be trying to convince each other?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah.
Well, I guess it always comes down to this.
What points did I make that made you think anything different about what your thought was going into
nothing,
it.
because I think
Fuck you.
as you said everything, you confirmed my stance that
You don't.
you're like, I went to. You didn't tell me about the walk you went on. You told the interesting story was that you went to Spinco, which was harder than the walk. That's where I was like, wow, really? You did something impressive? Interesting. And you're like, I went for a walk.
People out there who feel like a piece of shit on in your apartment and you're depressed and going out for a walk and seeing a number on a screen makes you feel good about yourself. I support that. Whatever you got to do to feel better in this garbage world.
And
Whatever you got to do.
So
even
there.
those little fucking things. And you want to know what? I still think, listen.
I agree with you.
It's better than doing nothing and rotting away at home
I
and
agree
having
with
my
you.
cat eat my dead body.
Anything is better than nothing. But
And I don't, and okay, this is what I'll end my final thought on. Positive reinforcement. You know, doing little things and getting that feeling of satisfaction that you did it. You don't do that. You just go, you could do better. And I don't know if that's
No, that's not true.
I don't know if that's as effective.
No.
I don't
See,
know if
you
that's
don't
as
you don't
effective.
understand. I got all kinds of tiny little things. When I break down the cardboard instead of just throw it in the garage, and I break down the box before I throw it in, I feel fucking great. I feel like I did so, and before I was just throwing unbroken down boxes and then waking up on a Wednesday going, fuck, I gotta get these boxes broken down. Now I break down a box, I put it there, I go, good job,
Breaking
Scott
down the
McLean.
box is fucking steps.
I love breaking down the box.
That's it, guys.
And,
we did
hold
it.
on,
again.
hold on.
No, we got 1 minute
need
left
to
for
go
the video, guys.
Let's take it down into the comments section.
Yes, please.
Step counting. I believe anything's better than nothing. I just think that you should maybe see if you can maybe do more than just stepping. Maybe go spin
And
class.
I believe doing something is better than nothing. That was the whole point that I was making.
and steps is a hair above nothing
All right, that's it, guys.
if you're 130 pounds.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the podcast, leave us a review too.
Leave us a review, make a comment, tell us all. What do you think of Sarah's shirt?
It's really nice. It brings out my eyes.
I like her in turquoise.
I know. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next